Hi, everyone. Welcome back to The Price Point. I'm Eddy Salas, here to guide you through the world of retail, exploring its challenges, opportunities, and everything in between. Today, we're diving into part 2 of our Scraping Secrets series, From Data to Discovery. In part 1, we broke down the fundamentals of web scraping, what it is and the different methods for collecting data. But let's be honest, collecting data is just the starting point. Raw data in its pure form doesn't really tell us much. To get from raw data to actionable insights, you need to take one critical step: refinement. Refining data means cleaning, standardizing, and categorizing it to ensure its reliability. Without proper refinement, decisions risk being made on incomplete or inaccurate information. As we discussed in our match rates episode, achieving high match rates involves a multi-layered approach. The first are UPC to UPC matches. Those are going to be your code-based matches. Second, what happens if a website doesn't have a unifying UPC on there? Well, this is where AI and NLP kind of come into play, and image recognition as well, to be able to help overcome those sites that don't necessarily have those codes. Lastly, you also have similarity matching for private label and similar size items. Each layer enhances precision uniquely, and when combined, they provide a comprehensive competitive view and optimizes your match rates. Refining data ensures these methods work seamlessly, leading to high confidence match rates and actionable insights. Now that we've emphasized refinement, let's really get into the real value, specific examples of how different types of scraping unlock actionable insights for both brands and retailers. Let's start with the traditional web scrape, the method most people are familiar with. Now, remember, the power of these scrapes really lies in two aspects. One, the ability to capture any visible information on the listing or product display page, as well as additional data that may be embedded in the backend code or APIs powering the site. Secondly, the capability to do this at a store-specific level, providing granular insights that reveal regional pricing, availability, and assortment variation. So let's take a look at some examples of how we can leverage traditional scrapes. The most obvious use case is tracking competitor pricing and identifying trends. But let's take it a step further and extract deeper insights. So consider a category like eggs. The typical approach would be to compare your pricing trends against competitor pricing trends. But what if, instead of using your pricing to be able to take a look at that trend, you use your cost? This shift in perspective can reveal powerful strategic insights. By trending cost changes against competitive pricing, you can gain visibility into timing effects. How long does it take for competitors to react to cost fluctuations? This information helps you anticipate competitive moves and adjust your pricing strategies proactively. Additionally, by examining these trends across different categories, you can uncover whether certain categories respond faster or slower to cost changes. Our staples like eggs and bread react more quickly than discretionary categories like snacks or beverages. These nuanced insights equip both retailers and brands with intelligence needed to sharpen pricing strategies and better understand competitive behavior. Another powerful use case is really tracking competitive pricing over time. While it's valuable to monitor price changes from one collection to the next, mainly for price management purposes, let's take a look at this from a more strategic view. By analyzing price changes in aggregate, as in the number of price increases versus the number of price decreases, you can gain insights into broader strategic shifts. Why does this matter? Because the pace and direction of these changes can signal significant changes in your competitor's pricing philosophy. For example, if your competitor's EDLP, everyday low price, they may be shifting towards an inflationary stance with more frequent price increases across categories. Alternatively, they may start leaning into a high-low pricing model, increasing reliance on promotions in specific categories. These aggregate trends reveal key insights, allowing you to anticipate market shifts, adjust your pricing strategies, and better understand the potential impact on your overall price index. Armed with this intelligence, you can proactively communicate these shifts to stakeholders and refine your approach accordingly. How else can this data be leveraged? One of the most impactful applications for both brands and retailers is monitoring minimum advertised price, MAP, compliance. Let's say you've collected pricing across a retailer's entire store network. With this comprehensive view, You can analyze whether they're adhering to MAP policies across all their locations. If violations occur, you can determine whether they're isolated to specific stores or a part of a broader trend across the network. But it doesn't stop there. This shouldn't be a one-time snapshot. By trending MAP compliance over time, you can identify recurring violations, seasonal patterns, or shifts in strategies that may signal deeper issues. For brands, this insight is critical in protecting product value and maintaining a level playing field across channels. For retailers, it offers visibility into whether partners are respecting agreed upon pricing, ensuring fair competition. Now, web scraping isn't just about tracking price. Another powerful use case is monitoring product availability. Again, let's assume you've collected data across a retailer's entire store network. This gives you the complete and comprehensive view of where specific items are stocked at any given point in time. While simply knowing which stores carry a product is valuable, you could take it a step further by leveraging this data to address availability gaps. For brands, this insight's critical. If your product is supposed to be available in all stores, but gap exists in certain locations, you now have the data to pinpoint where distribution issues may be occurring. Additionally, by trending this data over time, you can detect in-stock problems, whether they're tied to specific regions, categories, or even seasons, and take proactive approaches to resolve them with your supply chain partners. This kind of visibility enables both brands and retailers to improve their on-shelf availability, ensuring better customer experiences and minimizing lost sales. Let's take product availability up another level by trending store allocations over time. Instead of relying on a one-time snapshot of how many stores carry an item, tracking the count across weeks or months reveals crucial trends. For example, are allocations diminishing over time? If so, it may indicate that a retailer is phasing out the product. For brands, this trend is a red flag. If your product is experiencing declining store allocations, it signals potential loss of shelf space and revenue. Immediate action may be needed to mitigate the risk, such as engaging the retailer to secure better placement or improving sell-through rates. For retailers, tracking competitor store allocations offers strategic insights. If a competitor appears to be discontinuing a product that you're competitively matched to, it may be an opportunity to adjust your pricing strategy, whether that's to enhance your price image or to boost margins on the item. By trending store allocated data over time, both brands and retailers gain strategic edges, allowing them to act on early signals and stay ahead of market shifts. Okay, let's shift gears now and look at another type of scrape, in-cart. We touched on in-cart scraping in the previous episode, but let's take a deeper dive into how this data can unlock powerful insights. One way we leverage this is to analyze curbside and home delivery availability and fee structures. Now, why is this crucial? On one hand, it helps you understand your competitors' offering types. Do they provide immediate delivery or set minimum order thresholds? On the other hand, it's about uncovering the specific dynamics of these offerings. For example, what does immediate delivery really mean for your competitor? Is it 2 to 3 hours? How does that compare with your own fulfillment speed? Now let's talk about minimum order fees. Are they being used to ensure healthy unit economics for online orders? Should this be something you should consider adopting in your own strategy? But beyond fulfillment options, pricing is also equally important. Understanding different fee structures and how they contribute to the total cost to the customer is a complete game changer. Imagine starting with your current price index, then layering on fees, default tips, to really calculate an all-in customer price index. While you may appear competitive on shelf pricing, this advantage could erode online due to all the added fees and markups. This kind of analysis helps you determine whether your pricing remains competitive across channels or whether adjustments are needed. Ultimately, in-cart scraping provides one of the most powerful use cases for staying ahead in today's rapidly evolving retail landscape. Another powerful use case for in-cart scraping is analyzing specific fees associated with delivery orders. By leveraging in-cart data, you can break down the total perceived customer payment, not just the cost of the items purchased, but the added impact of service and delivery fees. Beyond the fees themselves, this data allows you to investigate delivery times, and delivery windows are consistent, or do they vary based on order size, time of day, or location? At a broader level, are certain regions charging higher fees than others? And if so, where are those differences coming from? This type of intelligence provides a competitive advantage, enabling you to frame your own positioning relative to competition. Whether it's understanding how fees affect total customer spend or identifying regional price discrepancies, these insights help you make more informed strategic decisions. Let's move on to our last use case, keyword searches. This is an incredibly powerful tool that goes beyond simple visibility. Keyword data allows you to monitor where your brand or product ranks in both share of search and share of category. For example, if a customer searches for white bread, are your products consistently appearing in top results, or is a competitor dominating that space? A brand noticing a drop in share of search might adjust its retail media spend or refine its product content to regain visibility and conversions. Optimizing share of search drives traffic and sales, contributing to the top line of your RGM strategy. Another critical aspect is distinguishing between organic rankings and paid sponsorships. Are competitors consistently outperforming your organic rankings? Are they dominating paid placements? If a competitor relies heavily on sponsored listings to appear in top results, this could highlight a gap in your own paid media strategy or an opportunity to capitalize on organic rankings. This analysis helps optimize retail media spend and ensure better ROI, improving both revenue growth and profitability. Keyword searches can also reveal how ratings and reviews impact rankings. High-rated products are more likely to appear in top spots, influencing customer trust and purchase decisions. Identifying competitors with higher review scores for similar products can prompt a brand to improve its own product positioning, packaging, or value proposition. Additionally, enhanced ratings and reviews directly impact conversion rates, a key lever for RGM. Finally, keyword data can ensure content accuracy. Are your product titles, descriptions, attributes optimized for search algorithms? Are they aligned with how customers searches for your products? A brand selling plant-based protein powder may discover customers are searching for terms like vegan protein or non-dairy powder. Adjusting product descriptions to include these terms can boost visibility and sales. Accurate content enhances discoverability, ultimately driving incremental revenue growth. And there you have it, a small number of ways you can transform data into discovery. This is also very, very bare minimum. There is much more rich retail insight to be found depending on your specific use case or need. From tracking competitive trends, to share of search, to deconstructing fee structures. Each of these use cases we've discussed showcases the sheer potential of refined data. Whether it's helping you optimize pricing, improve availability, or dominate keyword rankings, the insights gained from web scraping are transformative. But here's the takeaway. Raw data is just the beginning. By refining and leveraging it strategically, you're not only keeping pace, you're staying ahead. And that's how brands and retailers win in today's competitive landscape. As always, feel free to connect or share your thoughts with me. Thanks so much again for joining me on this journey through the price point. We'll see you next time.